Japan wins gold in baseball's return to Olympics. U.S. settles for silver.
Here's a summary of the article.
Yokohama, Japan. Baseball returned to the Olympic program after an absence in the previous 2 Summer Games, largely based on Japan's affinity for the sport. Japan defeated the United States 2-0 on Saturday at Yokohama Baseball Stadium to win the country's first Olympic gold in baseball. Munetaka Murakami's solo home run that barely cleared the tall center field fence with 1 out in the 3rd stood as the lone run of the game until an 8th-inning insurance run. U.S. starter Nick Martinez, who has pitched in Japan's professional league since 2018, fired 6 gutsy innings with 7 strikeouts, 5 hits and 1 walk allowed to keep the U.S. in the ball game. Alvarez had another chance to tie the game in the 7th with Allen, who doubled and had 3 of his team's 6 hits, on 3rd and 2 out, but he weakly grounded out to 1st. Morishita, the reigning Nippon Professional Baseball Rookie of the Year, switched speeds by a variance of 20 miles per hour, his fastball maintained in the low 90s, while his 12-6 curveball kept U.S. hitters out in front. U.S. reliever Scott McGough, who coughed up a 9th-inning lead to Japan on Monday, entered for the 8th and Japan tagged him for another run on Masataka Yoshida's single to center that Jack Lopez threw away, which allowed Tetsudo Yamata to.
This post received a score of 3,500, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Is Olympics baseball like basketball or hockey where countries send pros, or do they put together special teams just for the Olympics?
The MLB doesn't send players, but other pro leagues do. Same for hockey sometimes, as the most recent Olympics had no NHL players.
NHL players will most likely be at the next Olympics in 2022 though.
Most likely is a bit optimistic, I think. We shall see.
The NHL has already scheduled around it and NHL players are committed to tryout camps in the next few weeks. I might even say it's extremely likely at this point.
Cool. I hadn't heard that.
Japan loves baseball so much and has some great pros in MLB. It is nice when the host country wins a big team sport gold. Good for them.
Not surprised at all. Japan's baseball style is known as the small ball, and they are good at it. Source: anime.
Please could you explain like I'm 5 what small ball is?
Basically, instead of going up to bat trying to hit a home run on every pitch, you try to make contact and get on base however you can. Then once you have runners on base, you try to do steals, bunts, sac flies, etc. to move the runners up and score runs at all costs. Small ball is seen as a safer way to manufacture runs, although advanced stats have since proven that small ball doesn't really lead to more run production.
He gets on base.
Gonna watch that and Mr. Baseball tomorrow after the Cubs game.
SLUUUURRRPPP, it's polite.
I only wish the MLB would suspend play so we can see the best of the best play for all teams in the Olympics.
Just watch the WBC, which Japan has also won repeatedly. Even then, it isn't up to the level of competition that the MLB produces.
A lot of people here don't realize USA were only 3rd favorites to win.
Who was the other team?
South Korea.
As a US citizen and a baseball fan, I'm stoked for them. Japan is an awesome country. We should be proud such a cool culture and people have adopted a US-born sport and are taking it to the next level. I'd love to see a competitive Baseball World Cup someday.
Baseball World Cup is currently moribund. For now the World Baseball Classic takes its place instead. And it is quite competitive.
We want cricket in Olympics.
The Olympics are only 17 days.
It takes the same time as baseball.
Pretty sure the US didn't settle. Pretty sure they just got beaten by a better team.
Wow, the US people here trying to downplay Japan's achievement because they couldn't get a better team together. Japan did something similarly dedicated for the Rugby World Cup and other rugby nations to not act like you cry babies. It was accepted for what it was, which was dedication to trying to win the thing.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.